Good evening.
Hello. Happy Sunday.
Happy September 14th.
Mhm,
14th.
mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
How is everyone doing today? I am Beth,
I'm Wendy.
and we are the Mystic Mamas. And we are having our first podcast episode in a while without an interview.
Yeah, it's interesting to go back to that dynamic of just the two of us.
Yeah, like peas and carrots. Have you ever heard that term before?
No.
Okay, so today we are going to be talking a lot about dreams, astrology, spirit animals, stars.
Just kind of things that are happening and things to like really find connection to the present moment, which I think is really important right now in this kind of day and age with everything that's been going on. We really need to find a way to connect. And so what I have found for us that's worked is like astrology. I do tarot, looking at just signs, finding signs throughout the entire day and being able to create that magic for your world and really touch base with that present moment and finding connection. And I think that it's really important conversation to have right now.
And learning to go
and it's so
with
fun.
The flow. It is.
It's so fun.
Yeah, it is fun. And seeing that when it comes to astrology and following your spirit guides and, or I should say animal guides.
Some animal guides, your spirit guides. It could be your spirit guides.
So when you start noticing a flow to life, and when you start going with the flow of life, you start seeing the positives, even in the negative times. And that's one thing that we were just talking about earlier about alchemy. And we'll go more into depth about it later on. But it's tough sometimes, but I'm really liking this flow that life has been. I've been noticing in life. I think before I was in such survival mode that I didn't notice the flow in life. I didn't notice those little beautiful moments in life.
The glimmers of life.
Yeah.
I was talking to Andrew, my oldest son, today, and we were talking about how being able to use these to connect kind of make it easier. I always try to like tell people not to get stuck into their thoughts and to observe it like a movie. And truly the way to do, like when you know what the astrological aspects are, when you know, like when you look for the little signs in your spirit animals or an animal that you see around, or you just feel something, then it helps you really start to observe life as a movie. Like it helps you understand when something crazy starts to happen in your life. So when you're watching a movie, an action movie, you still feel those feelings, like you get anxious and like freaked out.
Yes, but have the music. But you have the music that kind of warns you, like
and that's kind of what, like when you know your aspects and what's happening astrologically, it kind of gives you that like the music. It helps you along and helps you step back.
So if you hear like circus music, you're like, okay.
We're
about to put 10 people in this car and make it home.
So I'm super excited to talk about what's happening planetarily.
Yes.
We'll pull a tarot card at the end. We have my animal spirit deck tonight. So we thought it would be fun to pull a card at the beginning, not look at it, and then at the end, kind of see what that looks like. And we'll do that for the collective. So we'll pull that here in just a couple like moments.
Karen Smith says, hi, ladies.
Hello, Mama Karen. And we have to introduce our other duo. Our in-house Taurus, Maggie, and our in-house Leo, Miss Lena. I had a mind blank. I'm sitting there looking at her like,
my name. The best thing you do with a Leo.
Right.
Leo.
That, like, Leo. The Aries energy I have is like wanting to poke the bear. Forget her name. Watch what happens. Forget it. And then also we would like our Maggie to do our little spiel.
Give it to us, Maggie.
All right. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like down below, hit your bell notifications, and also, why don't y'all just leave a comment down below on what some topics you guys want to talk and cover on?
What should we talk about? What do you want to hear?
Yes. Next week, we really didn't make a plan for next week. Wendy and I are I have heavy Libra placements, and Wendy is a Libra, and we're really feeling that air energy right now. So we're a little flighty, and we want to keep it real for us. Yeah. So tell us what do you want us to talk about next week? We're totally open.
What intrigues you guys?
What should we talk about?
What do you want to know more
I mean,
about?
we can keep talking about the stars and astrology. Like, they're changing and there's so many aspects. So if that's something you want more regular, if you want more guests, more topics, just let us know. I'd love to get to know what they're wanting out there. So
absolutely. I think, so back to tonight.
Thank you, Maggie.
Yes, thank you. So we're going to start off by talking about astrology. Tonight's topics will oddly end up running into one another, and you'll just see the cool connectedness.
Please forgive the squirrel sidetracks now, as that is bound to happen. We are probably going to be everywhere.
Yes, we've got a lot of airy energy flowing in here. So let's talk about the Pisces eclipse. Would you like to?
So we did just come out of the big eclipse.
Yes.
We are still in eclipse season. So what happens is we just had the lunar eclipse. It was a full blood moon. We didn't get to see the blood moon, but it was in Pisces. We also have a Saturn retrograde. So I'm only saying this because Pisces was hit so hard, and that's like that day-to-day life, your career, your spiritual practice. It's very in like the enlightened sign. So a lot of water and emotion was involved. And I think everybody felt that, like, getting on the other side, how heavy that energy was politically, what happened in the world. So
it's also a time of like truth surfacing.
Way true. I mean, like
truth surfacing. So it doesn't matter how awful the truth is, you will find out. Like that's the theme of. So
it's not ever bad. It's just literally there to squeeze out anything that's left that needs to be, like, it's that full moon is shining. It's all about emotion and shining light on everything that we still have to release so that we can get to that next cycle. And so the lunar eclipse is always about releasing, about letting go, ending a cycle, finally being like, this is it. And then we're going in to this eclipse, the solar eclipse on the 22nd. And this is and it's in Virgo. So it's the opposite to that Pisces. So we were way up here in our enlightened. This is what we had to release, pre-programmed thoughts, old thought patterns, things that just like no longer are truths that may not still align. Everything that you had to heal from in the last 2 years came up. But now it's like all of that release happened. And now we get to like bring all of that earth energy in with that Virgo solar eclipse. It's in the new moon. So it's going to be all about like literally creating what it is that you want your next 2 years to look like. What is it that this is the start of a cycle. So you have to stay way up high. Like your mind has to stay high and out of the emotion. And what's awesome about that is it's a grounding energy. So
it is.
We felt it the other day.
Absolutely. So
I've gotten out so bad.
Everyone will be affected by the eclipse, not just the Pisces or the water signs.
Oh, everyone.
But look at your birth chart. If you know what your birth chart is, look at where Pisces is in your birth chart, and then you'll know what area of your life will be impacted by this.
Internal.
So mine's very 8th house. Mine's 8th house. So it's affecting some of my 7th house and my 8th house, I should say. So it's affecting a lot of different types of relationships, partnerships, and then also it's the people in your life. I'm married to a Pisces moon. I have a Pisces moon son. My best friend is a Pisces moon. And a lot of emotion comes with that, doesn't it?
It's very emotional.
Absolutely. And the more you know about the people around you, then you can prepare for it. You know, if your significant other I'm not talking about my significant other, but if they happen to get a little sensitive or something, you know to watch for it and have grace. And I mean, wouldn't it have been awesome to have more people understand when we were going through our eclipse season?
Yeah, I think about that oftentimes, about how so much like life could have been changed had I been more in tune to what was happening astrologically. And I have no regrets, because I think we all go through everything at the right time and when we need to. But it is now knowing, it's like that's a true, like, man, if I would have known then, like what I know now, like that one would have been a good one.
Yeah.
Because so much is explained, like emotionally, what is happening to the people around you when you know, and the more you know, like you said, the more grace that you can have. And then you start to have as a collective too, because you understand, like, a full moon, if there's a full moon, there's no way that everyone's not going to be affected. We scientifically know that it affects the ocean, like it pools the water. And if we as humans are over 75% water, then we know that the full moon is literally pulling that out of us, just like it is in the ocean, as above, so below.
And if you have kids, you can tell when it's a full moon.
Absolutely.
I could anyway. My twins, when it was a full moon, those were the nights at 2 a.m. I'm like, why are they still running
and
around?
You can stop for a second and be like, oh wait, it's a full freaking moon, like, oh, let me just take a minute and reflect, instead of being like howling at the moon with them, like, oh!
I'm like, let's go crazy. Yeah, it's but we know now, and the cool thing about us knowing now is we can give these little tidbits of information to our kids.
Yeah, my kids, they're so funny with it. They're little astrologers already. I love it.
My daughters used to be. They're at an age where they're 12, almost 13. So
they're going to rebel for a minute.
It's not cool anymore.
They're going to rebel for a minute. They'll come back. They'll come back.
It's really, you like that? Never mind.
Yeah, but they'll come back. Oh, wait, really quick, because we are going to be talking about spirit cards. Let's pull a spirit card real quick while we keep talking.
This is like self-accusatory because I'm talking.
The moon currently, so we know what's happening with that big moon energy that we know is affecting us right now. The moon is in its home cozy of Cancer. So again, a lot of emotion happening right now.
I'm a Cancer rising.
I have a lot of Cancer. I have a Cancer daughter, Cancer mother.
I'm sorry.
Karen Smith is her mother.
We're going to look at this card at the end. Just pulled the top card. I'm excited. So the moon is in Cancer, and it is squaring. So they're like fighting. They don't like each other. They don't want to be in the same room with one another. Neptune, which is in Aries. And Neptune is the dream planet. It's like you'll be feeling really illusion. So not being able to see the line between like what's real and what's not, and being like, so you need to, and it's in Aries, which is that very aggressive, fast feeling. And Neptune wants to be like, hi,
Neptune is like conjunct, which means it is right next to my sun at 1 degree Aries. And this is a very conflicting energy for me, being a Mars ruled sign and fire being my element. And then here comes Neptune. That's like,
yes. Neptune is like, you'll want to pay attention to your dreams right now. Is a good time to write down your dreams, because Neptune is like the dream planet. So it'll talk to you. And it's funny because you just had that dream from your dad, where he gave you like that advice, and you like knew. So you'll have that internal feeling.
Should we talk about just for a
Yeah,
second?
that's a great. I
So
love this.
the other Friday, Wendy and Lena and I went to this local little lake. Well, it's called Caesar's Creek, and
The Creek of Caesars.
the Creek of Caesars, and we decided to do just like this like little bit of a manifesting like afternoon, and we decided we were going to use all elements, fire, water, wind, all of that. And what ended up happening is when we were
We had a little bay leaf and we
Yes.
wrote everything we wanted to manifest on like one side. I didn't listen to directions, but on their other side, they put things that they were releasing as well. Like I released this. So we had these little bay leaves with us to burn out in the water.
Yeah, so it hit Wendy fast, like pretty fast.
Dude,
She
I
couldn't
was
take
not
it.
well.
All of a sudden she was dizzy, and
I was not well.
yeah, and then I felt it soon after. I had to go sit down, and it's like a form of like motion sickness.
Yeah.
But it's heavier. It was just it was too much. It was like overload, and I couldn't explain why.
I was messed up. So I like literally am almost crawling out of the lake. I have to leave these two. Like, I mean, they're like over here, like burning, and I turn around like I'm out. Like I can't stand up. I'm trying to touch my toes. I'm trying to splash water, and I'm like, I'm about to pass out or throw up or something. So we go over to the towel, and
Yeah,
like,
there's no clouds. It's just raw sun.
I was probably having probably
It was a
having
heat
one of those.
stroke.
It was not good. I had to put I took my pants and had to like tie it around my head. It was so bad. It was so bad. They're trying to talk to me and I'm like, ah. But anyway, so there is a point to this story, I promise you. So I go back, it shook me for like 24 hours. I'm like still messaging them, like, I feel horrible. And then Beth had a dream.
Yes, of my father. He had come to me in a dream, and we were standing at the beach
At the Creek of Caesars.
At the Creek of Caesar, and we he just was basically talking about how foolish Wendy and I were for doing this because our birth charts are prominently water. It has more water than the other, and we have 0 earth. And he said, you never, ever manifest with the element that you are in abundance of. You manifest with the element that you're in lack of, which was the exact opposite of what Wendy and I were doing. So basically it was, instead of releasing, we were trying to collect more, and we just had an abundance of it. That was the way I understood it. It made me feel, it was like aha moment. I was like, okay, it just proves it. Like some of us don't really know what we're doing. We're just kind of like
winging it,
floating.
Yeah.
It's a very
Make it till you make it.
Yeah, just floating around. So at any rate, it could have been a beautiful day, but it turned into just
It was
we were
torture,
wiped
dude.
out,
I was not well.
energetic. Like I was exhausted, just like,
But
and it was hot.
so it's like paying attention, like that's that Neptune where the dreams seem bigger, or you can feel that difference. They seem very real. My dreams have been off the hook. I had dreams the day that Charlie Kirk got assassinated, and I have it in my journal thing. The night before, like that happened, I had this dream that I was like in this like a Chicago kind of style town, and like 5 or 6 military planes would come up here.
Oh my goodness!
And then they were like
right.
exploding and like running into each other like war. And then another 5 would appear and they would crash into each other. And then like all of the debris started just falling all over the sidewalk. And I remember like in my dream, I called my dad and I could feel that there was like a tension in the air. Like it became almost like a whole, I knew that it was changing something. And I like called my dad, like, I have to get home. I'm going to try to take the back roads, because I knew that like something was like, you weren't going to be able to travel. And it felt so crazy to me. And I just like remember like waking up and writing that down. And then like that day, like, not that saying that that's like but it's like
It
political,
kind
like
of gets
chaos.
you ready. I'd had a dream it was like 2 days before those attacks in Israel, wasn't it? Like when it first started. Yeah, I had a dream 2 days before that, kind of warning me, saying that we needed to be understanding of people's religious views and not to get wrapped up in all of the drama of like the media. And then
Oh my
literally
God, I
2 days later, I told you about the dream, and 2 days later that happened. I was like, well, this is it. So I think it's like a warning to not get swept up in the drama.
The
of
drama.
It.
It's not
Yeah.
real. Like you're really going to be tested in that area right now with that, like,
That's
moon,
Neptune, like
the moon,
energy.
which is in its care, like loving safety home, like its home base of Cancer, is like really pressing in on that dreamy Aries, like an Aries feel. So it's going to feel very like
and
you
add
can
some
be
aggression,
super
that
in
Aries
that
aggression to it. Then you're gonna have like
it's just like a really hard time understanding what your true emotion is and separating your emotion from the emotions of other people. So you have to really mind your energy right now and just stay super focused and know that this is like the feeling and the energy that's going to be going around. Pay attention to your dreams. Dream journal, man. It's a great time to dream journal. And I promise in like 6 months, going back and reading your dream will be so fun. It's so fun.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
I never
know what I'm talking about.
I never I have the intention to have a dream journal, but I never actually
Keep
write
one,
in it.
like
Yeah.
write in it. It is hard to be disciplined.
I rely on telling some of the people around me, like, I had this dream. So that way later on they'd be like, you had that dream. And I'm like, thank you, Dream Journal Wendy.
I do like that because it's even a better like confirmation. Somebody else is there. Yeah.
So one thing that I'm sure you're feeling is this Saturn retrograde in Pisces. So not only do we have this eclipse energy in Pisces, we also have Saturn in retrograde, the planet of karma. And so retrograde obviously means review, reflect.
Going back.
Yeah. So that's kind of hitting everybody at the same time as this blood moon eclipse, which eclipse energy kind of has a similar
it's like
like
the full moon times 100. Yeah. What it's like is like, say you've watched a movie for the first time and you watch it all through, and then you go back through and you watch it a second time, and there's all these little things that you're like, oh man, I didn't notice that first time, or man, I didn't, like, oh wow, like, oh, I need
like the Sixth
and
Sense.
it highlights that.
Yeah.
That's what that Saturn retrograde feeling is like going back and reviewing all of the areas and just kind of.
And it's interesting because Saturn is just dipping back into Pisces for the last time.
Again, it's a day to day. Lots of changing in careers, lots of really questioning your value at your job. Lots of, like, as a collective, that's what people are going through. All that Pisces energy is that career, the way you make money.
Yeah. It's been, has it been fun for you yet?
Oh, dude, it's been crazy for me. I'm a 0 degree Pisces moon, so that means it's like very Piscean energy. And oof, man, my car has broke down.
Oh,
My cat ate my weed.
oh.
No, it's not even funny, man. It's a
Not
true
Stevie,
story.
Kitty.
Yes, he ate my weed.
That
Was supposed to help me through the whole process. But God's like, no, you want to heal? Like, this is what we're getting you. You have to the only way through it is through it. You have to feel it. And so I had to face it. I couldn't drive anywhere. I couldn't get wine. Couldn't, like,
it was like the
shop
weirdest
it away.
thing. We were I was getting ready to take in a Reiki appointment, and thankfully it's with one of our regulars at Mystic Life. She's one of our favorite people.
Mm-hmm.
Like her, yes, I'm not going to say. I was about to say her full name and give her birthday here on. Anyway, she's a lovely person, and typically I would have had my phone on silent or do not disturb. And this time her and I just were chit chatting for about 10 minutes and I forgot to do that. And Wendy called me and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take this real quick. Cause you knew that day I was going to have an appointment. Like you knew that at 10 o'clock, I think I was meeting with or something. Well, I thought you knew anyway. And typically you don't really call. We just
That's the
text
thing. I think I don't really call.
Yeah, so I answer it and she's broke down. She's on her way to work. So Sarah, she was so cool. I was just at her first day. Anyway, she was so cool about it. She's like, go. So she laid on the biomat. I went and picked up Wendy. And the second I pulled up, it was the biggest downpour. It hasn't rained in forever. We're in a drought right now. And it downpoured for, 35 seconds just while you were out getting out of your car and into the truck. And so we made it back here, but we just went, everything worked out to where you got picked up, everything flowed. Instead of freaking out, we're like, okay, here's how it is.
Yeah, I knew it was something was about to happen. It's very Mercury retrograde feeling. And I think that's like, again, like what everyone is feeling is like things that happen like that, like people will just show up from your past and you're like, oh my God, like I didn't even really remember that they existed kind of thing. Or like, I didn't even remember that was still out there, but it's like this karmic return of the past 2 years. It's been crazy. Like,
and not all the karma, karma is, it's not always bad.
No.
Sometimes the karma is like
good karma is just karma.
Yeah.
I'm actually sometimes when it's bad and I know it, I actually am happy because I'm like, okay, well, at least I know now I'm getting rid of that karma. Like I know now that one is gone. At least we talk about that check. I feel like that's what like, okay, that one's complete. That one's complete. And that's why you do the good things, because then obviously the more checks that it's like, that they're good things that are happening to you that you can check off. Right. But man, but to talk about, like, I was able to handle all of that stuff. The other thing that we were talking about is like how the animals and how we can, so because I knew astrologically, but because a couple of days before all of that crap happened with my car, I go to walk out my front door to go to my car, and there's a freaking leopard snail. I've never seen one of these things before. It's like this long, coolest freaking skin ever. And I'm like, what? I thought it was a baby snake. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I've never seen anything like at my house. It was just bizarre. So I immediately looked up the spiritual meaning and like sent it to her, sent it to people, like, and it meant you're like to slow down. It's like resilience. And so when my car broke down, this snail pops into my head and I'm like, dude, it was foreshadow. And so I was able to truly be like, well, I mean, like I was told you're gonna have to slow down. So I knew just
because if you don't,
and I did watch Wednesday and it's so freaking good.
It is.
The show?
Yes, I love Wednesday.
Keep telling me to watch it.
You gotta watch it. Watch Wednesday. It's so good.
Did you watch season 2?
Heck yeah, I have.
I heard Lady Gaga.
During my whole breakdown, I watched season 2.
Oh, okay. Car breakdown.
Yeah,
I'm like, is this?
Well, it was kind of a breakdown too. But yeah, so when like, I was able to just really step back and be like, well, I mean, it's like watching the movie. You're still feeling all of the anxiety of the action, but you're able to be like, this is supposed to happen. Like, I get it now. I understand what's happening, and you just get through it a little bit easier.
Yeah. Especially when you know it's coming, or you know that
like God's talking to you, man. God is telling you, like, look, I keep sending you everywhere you look as a butterfly. Like every time you look,
dude, the butterflies, dude.
Transformation. There's change. There is change coming, and it can be very uncomfortable. Butterflies have been my freaking jam because we did the monarchs. And we like to think of the butterfly as like this just beautiful and it means transformation. But when you understand the life cycle of a freaking butterfly, it's a little caterpillar. It starts off looking like a freaking maggot, grows to be a caterpillar, the cute little very famous caterpillar, like
Just
the
all
munchie.
fuzzy. Yeah.
Then it gets in its chrysalis. It gets in a cocoon. One of the most beautiful, it's like a lime green glass with a literally shimmery gold stripe. Now once that goes into its cocoon, it literally becomes liquid. The whole thing dissolves into liquid and then has to reform into the butterfly, which is all cramped inside of there. So it's got to be the most, like, that's the most traumatic transformation, to become completely liquid. And so something I've been really like thinking about is feeling the emotion. Like, you have to feel the emotion that you're feeling and go through it. So when you feel like crying, when you get that like little lump sometimes, not swallowing that down and actually feeling that, because when you hold that down, like when you don't use it, then it becomes a part of like the trauma in your body. Or I keep saying, like, if you need to scream, then just scream it out. And that is what I feel like being in the cocoon is like, is really having to go through that crazy ass process just to reform into this new being. It's got to be the most painful feeling ever to know that you've completely dissolved into a whole different energy form and then reform. But then you emerge and holy crap, I got to see one come like out of the cocoon. Its wings were still wet, and just the transformation and the beauty of emerging into that is amazing. So when you see a butterfly and you keep getting surrounded by them, know that like you have gone or going through one of the biggest transformations of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll be beautiful on the other side. It's
Absolutely.
always beautiful.
Yeah.
And the older that I'm getting, I not that I necessarily welcome hard times, but I don't mind working through the tough stuff, because I'm done with repeating the same things over and over and over again. And I'm a very stubborn soul, always have been. I'm even stubborn
Aries?
in my path
What?
of trying not to be stubborn. Like, it's sick. I don't even.
I have problems.
I have so many problems. It's it's probably this like dreaming Neptune in my very logical Aries.
See, it's happening right now. It's happening.
It is. These notes that I typed, or that we printed out here, it gives a lot of stuff about anyway that we don't really need. So going back to like the spirit animals that we saw, I live in a residential area, and one of the things that we do not commonly see just in our backyard are groundhogs. I've been in the same house for almost my whole life, and I've never seen a groundhog until this year. And it's like camping out underneath a shed next door. And I'm learning actually a lot. Other people, I'm sure, know this little bit of information, but I recently learned that groundhogs like to climb trees.
Really?
That's weird.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's a weird thought, isn't it?
So I saw this groundhog, like, I guess I spooked it, and it just fell out of this tree. It scared the crap out of me.
Poor thing.
And it couldn't get away fast enough. And I'm thinking I saw this like rare thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was climbing a tree. No, groundhogs are also called woodchucks.
That one I think is crazy. I did not know that groundhog and a woodchuck. Like, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck
I thought a
could chuck
woodchuck
wood?
was a beaver.
That's what I thought
too.
because of that saying.
Chucking the
Yeah, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, oh my gosh, because they really can't. They're not beavers.
Oh.
Do you get it?
Dude.
Do you get it?
You get it?
It's really just a groundhog. It's not a beaver. It's like telling you in that it can't chuck wood.
I've never even been able to say it fast enough to learn it.
But how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Somebody, I think
We
your
don't- we'll
video's
never know.
skipping.
I don't know.
We'll never
I can
know.
ask the
It's
one
like the
next
lollipop.
door. I'm
We'll
like,
never
hey,
know.
Hey, how much wood can you chuck? He'd be like, I
Mr.
don't know. He'd
Groundhog.
be like, I don't know. I'm a
He's
groundhog.
like, I told you, I can't chuck wood. A woodchuck can't chuck wood.
I just was shocked because it's a groundhog and
Okay,
it's
back
got
to the-
ground and its name and it ends up in
Yeah.
a tree. And I was like, oh my gosh.
And it's got hog in its name.
Literally none of it made me think it was a tree climber. Yeah. So I've also had, we have hummingbirds. I have a hummingbird feeder. And so we've had some hummingbirds making like it showing themselves, like coming up real close to me. And there's also been this praying mantis that's been camping out underneath the hummingbird feeder. This praying mantis likes to catch the butterflies, the moths, and it will try to catch one of the hummingbirds, but it's like maybe this big. And the hummingbird just tries to attack it, like play swords with it or something. It's kind of impressive. But I did.
Praying mantis is like brave.
Well, after watching
like-
it for a while, I was just kind of in shock. It did get a moth and it bit its head. It literally bit its head off. And then I have a picture of it looking at me because apparently it doesn't like to be filmed while it's eating. And
I don't either.
I don't either. I would be really put off if I was like at Applebee's and someone came up and was like,
Oh, it's a Beth in her natural habitat.
"Woo!"
But also tell them about what happened with your hummingbird feeder. Bees.
Oh my god,
Dude. She was trying to say single-handedly save the bees.
I became a little obsessed with it. I decided
This is a
it
true
was-
story,
yeah, we're going. It's like a mini drought. Like it just hasn't rained a lot, and so my flowers were not blooming. I wanted to feed the bees, and so I put some sugar water outside, and the bees loved it. And it attracted more and more bees came around. And then the second I would walk out of my house, the bees would start surrounding me, never stung me, never did anything to me. Maggie can attest to this.
we were literally swarmed. Like when I say thousands of bees, like I mean thousands, like colonies, dude.
Well, one day on
They'll
a
still
Sunday,
come around looking too. They'll still like come around in little groups and like look around on the porch and just
They're like
go in.
flying dogs.
one Sunday, her and I were
Yes.
sitting in the backyard when right after she had started doing this, and we were sitting there just talking and started manifesting like things. And all of a sudden the bees were all around us and we were like, they were coming, they were like, mother food. And I was getting like, oh my gosh, like this is cool because they really weren't bothering us. But
No.
there were so many that if in any second they decided to come against us, they could take us down. Like,
and I
for
was
real.
more scared that I was going to hurt one. I didn't want to move.
She didn't want to
because
move
I
to
would-
hurt one. Remember this part of the story.
Yeah.
She was
So-
afraid to, she truly was like, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to like smash or hurt any of them. I am queen of the bees. Let me go get you more sugar water,
I was obsessed with
water.
it.
People
Yeah.
were, her family were freaking
Dude,
out.
Mama was like, "Oh my goodness, I can't go outside. They're gonna swarm me."
Oh,
They were
every-
so bad. There were so many of them.
But then,
So I have my son bought
Dun,
me a new
dun, dun.
hummingbird feeder, and so the old one, it just some pieces had like busted out of it and stuff. So like bigger insects were getting inside of the hummingbird feeder. But I did notice that I had stopped putting like the sugar water out much because my family was freaking out, and to be honest, you guys would be only so lucky to be stung by a bee.
some people pay for it.
Some people do. Anyway, I shouldn't say. I really meant that in the best way. So yeah, we ended up. I ended up just seeing that the bees were drinking the sugar water, and I hadn't been providing very much. I left it out, and then the bees kept drinking it. And anyway, so I decided to clean it out and to fill it up with more. And when I unscrewed it, there were like hundreds of dead bees in it. They had climbed in there. Yeah.
Because they were like so used to her feeding that they got
So you killed the little monkeys?
So she was like in depression. Remember, she was like, I don't want to move. I will hurt one. And then like,
And I committed genocide.
but the whole
You led them there
It was
to kill
a
them.
massacre. It was a bloodbath. The thing is, there was a lot of sugar water in it. Like, they climbed in and they were drowning, but they drank all of the sugar water. It's gone. The sugar water's gone. They drank all of it.
They drank themselves. Like
Into
before
a
they
sugar
were
coma.
like,
Hopefully they weren't.
if we're
in a
leaving,
sugar
we're
coma.
leaving happy.
Yeah, I wonder if that's
Happy
the best way to
fool.
go for a bee.
It might be.
Maybe they just explode. Like they just like kind of just would be almost like an OD.
I also heard of like another theory is because the sugar water was like old, it may have fermented, so it was kind of like alcoholic. They may have just been in a drunken stupor.
Yeah,
That's
just
my
change
vote.
it like every 2
Yeah.
or 3 days if it's hot.
Yeah. So, yeah, I may have killed it with the devil's water.
So I don't know what the moral of the story there is, but
Bee.
My husband told me that it's the circle of life. You should never mess with the
Never.
circle of life.
Just let it be.
So I should have
Let
never
it
been
be.
Yeah.
feeding the beast to begin with. I don't know, but I think they still love me. This wasn't done.
They
on
do.
purpose.
They knew. They were willing to take one
You're
for the
still
team.
mother.
Yes.
Or maybe it's survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones that had the drinking problem.
Yes. Yeah. Leaving their queen to fend for herself.
Yeah.
You should have been, no.
But no, you're out here drinking all the
Carrying on.
sugar water.
We got to get back on track. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone can hear you guys. Jesus is insane. Okay, so the groundhog. All right, I'm just gonna go back. So me seeing the groundhog, the one thing that I looked it up immediately for one to figure out why the hell groundhog just fell out of a tree.
Is it normal for a groundhog to fall out of a tree?
I did exactly. I was like, oh my.
And it's like, yes, it is.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it's quite common. They are called a woodchuck. Smart ass. They do. They mean retreat and inner cycles, which is
Like inner cycles.
yeah. And with the moon is one of my personal planets,
Mhm.
and all that. This is all very inner. And I have retreated over the past few weeks, 3 weeks, I would say, just spending more time at home.
Feeling
it's
very
been-
hermit-like.
Yes.
And that'll be a heavy energy in the next couple of days as well with
Yeah.
you, like that whole is like wanting to stay in that the Cancer always is like wants to stay in its like sandbox, doesn't want to leave its home, and
Yeah,
it'll shine light on a lot of things that are happening at home.
it does.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And the mantis and the praying mantis and the moth,
I love the mantis.
it represents like the patience and trying not to rush to the light. And with me being
Don't
an
go
Aries,
to the light.
with me being an Aries, that's all I want to do.
Carolyn,
is
stay
run.
away from the light.
So I'm learning to go with the flow of it, and basically I needed to slow down and go inward and figure out what I really want in life. What do I want out of relationships and life? And I feel it's been a very cleansing time.
It has been. It's Pisces though. That's water. It's cleansing.
It
It's very
is.
cleansing when you get to the other side.
Yeah.
It's a very yeah, okay, I get that now. Like it's a very refreshing because it's an enlightened, like it's what keeps you on your purpose. Like that is the metaphysical. It is your connection to God. Pisces is the last in the zodiac.
It is.
So
And I'm
it's
a cusp,
good feeling.
I'm a cusp, so I'm a first degree Aries. So I do have that Piscean energy.
Mhm.
Not a whole lot of it, but I think that being interested in the spiritual occult,
Yeah, it is.
faith-based.
Yeah.
I notice a lot of Pisces are have a strict faith.
Yeah. Well, they know their
And so
whole
do Virgos.
purpose is to look for their truth in
Yeah.
this life. It's also a really good time with that Neptune energy to really get into like listening to music. You may want to because music is so healing. So like turning on music, it's a really good time for that with the Neptune.
That a lot.
Me too. And like different music that I'm not. I have gone back to Stevie Nicks, not Taylor Swift. I'm like different music, but it's really, I've just left Taylor for Stevie again for a while.
Well, Taylor's got a lot going on.
Taylor has a new album. I have to reset myself actually because she has a new album coming out on the 3rd. So my life is about to change. That's a true story. Transformation. Spread your wings and begin to fly.
Giant turkey buzzard.
Really? Did you look it up? Did you immediately look up what turkey buzzard meant?
No, because Beth and I had already talked about it because they're
everywhere.
Thick down there on the East End. Yeah.
What did it mean? Do you remember what the spiritual meaning for turkey buzzard is? I would imagine, don't they eat the death?
They're highly regarded because they clean up the earth.
Clean up the mud.
And it's not I've ever seen one.
Yeah, it's not an easy job to do. So it's it's very brave and you take this. You'll clean up the stuff that nobody else wants because someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
I resonate with the turkey buzzard quite a bit. I used to
resent it.
Yeah.
I think it's very reflective of that Saturn retrograde because again, when Saturn goes retrograde and in Pisces, it's going backwards and going back through. So it's almost like the buzzard is going back through all of the decay, getting all of everything that was left.
I do feel this energy is scraping the sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting rid of this residue of all the clearing that I've done over the past several years.
Absolutely.
And it sucks.
Absolutely.
Just when you think you're done and you're on the other side, and you know how many damn times I thought there it is. I'm enlightened. I have learned it all, and I am clean and clear, only to crash. But they're getting easier though. I haven't, I might be upset for about 12 hours, go through a crying fit, and then
12 hours is better than 12 days is better than 12 months.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. But it's been quite the season in this water energy.
Mm-hmm.
I love it actually.
Yeah.
We're all water.
Yeah, I'm more water than anything else. But yeah, so it's a really good time to really pay attention to what feelings are coming up, what thoughts are coming up. Just be reflective. Don't let yourself get spiral into, what's that saying? If you stare into the abyss long enough, the abyss will stare into
back.
you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's like Nietzsche or something like that. Nietzsche. Is that their name? Niche? Is it Niche? Misha? I have no idea. So it's the end of our podcasting hour. So we get to pull cards, but would you like to see now that we've talked about it, look at the animals around you. Again, closing this all out, every time you see an animal, look it up. Look up and it'll stand out to you. I see a lot of butterflies today, or this is an odd animal. I don't really typically see this. Look up that spiritual meaning and see what that connection is to you. That's bringing magic into your daily life. Looking at the numbers when you're seeing those repeating numbers, that's it seems like a no-brainer, but when you really tap into why do I keep seeing 12-12, mirroring 12s? Look that up, see what it is. Really communicate with God and with spirit and
really
find out what's happening.
Really if you're really interested in astrology, I highly urge you to if you can't really afford to go to an astrologer, we do know a good astrologer who Ashley, we had her on the podcast. She's an astrologer. If you can get a hold of us or comment and we can get you her information. She is on Instagram, The High Priestess, if you want to look her up. Anyway, but you can also just go on Cafe Astrology, right? .com.
That's where I go.
You just need your birthday, place, and time. And it's learn what it means to your sun sign. Learn these things and find out where Pisces is. So if it says Pisces is in your second house, Google what second house is. That's how you know Pisces. That's where Pisces is going to this retrograde and everything that's going on in Pisces, how it's going to affect your life. But with that being said, it all ties in together. And when you start paying attention, you get reminders, and the universe will send you little spirit animals along the way. It might send you numbers. And just pay attention, and you live more freely. It is a freedom.
It's just it's a happy, and it brings happiness. Like it brings connection. Again, connecting to God, connecting to the present moment. And it's just so fun. And it's so freaking fun. Like we'll send each other crap like all day long. Like, oh, I saw a ladybug. And we're like, oh, what's happening? All right. And what is the
porcupine spirit? Time for beginner mind.
Oh, that makes sense. It's like the beginning of a new cycle. What number is on the top? 48. So maybe see in the next couple of weeks, like before our next podcast, which I don't even know the date of, but on the next podcast, see if like porcupine tends to come up. It may come up like you see one. Maybe you'll see one in a movie. You'll just hear the name. Maybe there'll be a song with it, or just notice like if that comes up for you. And then maybe even the number 48, like maybe 48 will start showing up. And then next time, or when you notice those, put those down in the comments, or next time we come in, let us know in the comments when you saw that. We'll try to remember to bring that up.
On the 28th is our next one, by the way.
Oh, is it the 28th? Okay.
Yes. So, I'm curious to see what card.
Spirit, we just asked for your guidance for some advice that we can expect for the next 2 weeks and the energy that we can expect. Thank you so much. Let's see. Here we go. Bottom of the card, Justice. This is that Saturn in it's all about like getting everything balancing out. So getting justice for that karma, that
clearing it out, getting
that justice,
scraping
the residue. You can see, where's that camera? Like you can see he's sitting up on that throne. He's very balanced. This is he's got that sword pointing right there up to God that shows that everything, it's just law. Whatever you put out has to have something that comes back. So you can always control what you put out, but the way that gets returned to you have no control over. So it's so important to know, because justice is coming for us all with that sword pointing up. But that's the energy. So that's the energy that you're feeling right now, is like, man, I noticed like now that this all makes sense, that like I did this, so obviously this is like why this is happening to me. That is a lot of those situations probably happening, because that's the energy. And the advice is the Hanged Man. So one of my very favorite cards, it's changing your perspective to see it from a different point of view, so that you're not only looking at it from your like that same, like, I'm not questioning anything, a tunnel vision. And he turns upside down. So he's looking at things from a whole different way. He's turning his life upside down. And because he does that, you can see he has like the halo around him. He's also in a yogic tree posture. Tree is very grounding. So we have that Virgo energy that keeps us down. We have that for just a little longer before we go into Libra season. So it's all about staying grounded, but making sure that you can see things from a different perspective. Don't just stick to this, or this. Really explore. And this is, again, that Pisces energy. This is very Pisces with that like grounding tree pose, Virgo energy. Those are the two. This is the eclipse energy we have. So yeah, what a cool energy. Yeah, it's exciting. It makes sense.
Will we have when's the next eclipse?
The 22nd.
The 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the
and it's solar.
Time, yeah. So the next time we will be talking about that. And again, just because this is in Virgo doesn't mean the Pisces aren't going to feel it. So it's their sister signs, Virgo and Pisces. So big
They're
Aries and Libra. So we felt every eclipse together. Fun. Well, so Maggie, would you want to give your little chant again real quick before we go?
Yes. So hit that subscribe button and give us a like, and make sure you have your bell notifications on so you never miss a video. And just leave a comment down below on what you guys are interested in, want us to talk about, want us to cover.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Maggie.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
She came in there like John Wayne.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah.
You should try out for Price is Right. Like, you could be the announcer. She probably doesn't know what it
You're
is.
like,
Come on down. Okay.
But
Well-
yeah, until then, make sure you're looking for the magic, all the little glimmers of happiness and all of that, because I'm going to tell you, it's a mystical life.